Four burly men with guns stood beside me like a wall. I calmly folded the towel. The gang leader in white looked at me as if I were dead. I glanced at him and pressed the countdown button on my watch. I gave him 9 seconds to think about what he had done in his life. 9 seconds passed in the blink of an eye. Before they could react, I had already taken care of everyone in the room. I picked up a hunting rifle and watched the gang leader crawl on the ground like a wounded dog. I walked up and ended his life. As I stepped out of the house, I saw a car. There was a child in the car. He must have been the gang leader's grandson. I didn't intend to harm him. I just wanted him to stay quiet. But as I took a few steps, there was a sudden burst of gunfire from behind. I watched as he didn't retaliate. Child ran away. I felt an indescribable emotion. So young and already learning to shoot at people. I sat on the ground. Yes, I had been shot. I felt an unprecedented exhaustion. Perhaps this was my karma. Perhaps the evil in this world can never be eradicated. Perhaps heaven was punishing me for the violence I had committed along the way. I managed to get into the car. I was bleeding constantly. I didn't know how much longer I could hold on. When I boarded the ferry, I thought this was the best possible outcome. But I didn't die. A police officer saved me. When I woke up again, I found myself lying in a hospital bed. The doctor who saved me was an elderly man. He was kind and gentle, but when he asked me questions, I couldn't say a word. The people here probably don't know my past. I woke up in the middle of the night, and the first thing I did was check my backpack. It was still there, untouched, safe. I finally relaxed. This old doctor is trustworthy. I slowly regained my strength and walked out of the building to find myself in a small town in Italy. It was quiet and clean, as if forgotten by the world. I walked down the street and noticed that many people were staring at me. I avoided all the surveillance cameras and police and finally arrived at a cafe. I ordered a pot of tea, but when the owner saw that I was American, he brought me a cup of coffee. I said nothing, just smiled. That day, as I walked down the street, I noticed a few motorcycle thugs loitering near the fish shop. Sounds and curses came from inside. I'd seen this kind of thing many times before, just petty squabbles. I was an outsider. I shouldn't get involved. When they came out, they noticed me. Seeing I was a stranger, they ignored me, but I remembered every one of them. I liked this place. The old doctor was a true friend. The fish shop owner never charged me for groceries because I was the old doctor's acquaintance. They were all kind to me. But I always had a question in my heart. What kind of person did they see me as? I had experienced too much, done too many things. I wasn't sure if I was still a good person. When my body was almost fully recovered, I decided to leave. I was just a passerby, not belonging here. Just as I was preparing to leave, the street suddenly erupted into chaos. People were running toward a narrow alley. The fish shop was on fire. The fish shop owner charged into the flames like a madman. His wife was crying hysterically beside him. I didn't understand why this was happening. But when I saw the group of motorcycle thugs laughing, I knew they were responsible. I realized I couldn't leave. I had to stay, and I had to do something.